Hello guys. A new year means a new season of RuPaul's Drag Race UK. That's right, season 2 is finally here. Took a little bit longer to get here than planned. Thanks very much, COVID. For all of you international people that might be watching this video, the UK is in the middle of our third national lockdown, okay? Like, people are just getting really sick of being held inside. Now that it's January and dark, that it's all bitter and cold, and I'm not just talking about the weather, people really are feeling the January blues. The second season of RuPaul's Drag Race UK couldn't have come at a better time, really. Forget the Pfizer vaccine, second season of RuPaul's Drag Race UK is the shot in the arm that I was waiting for. I did a lot of coverage on Drag Race UK season 1, and I had so much fun with it, so of course I wanted to talk about season 2. I mean, I've got nothing better to do right now in this lockdown, so I thought, why not? Gonna be going through each episode week by week, reviewing and discussing the events of each episode, so the fashion, the challenges, the drama. If you're a fan of Drag Race coverage and content, be sure to click that subscribe button. Help me out by hitting that like button. Also, let me know who are your favorite contestants in season 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race. What a belter of a first episode, because the talent is insane. Not that season 1 was lacking talent, but it just seems like every drag queen in the UK has stepped their pussy up considerably. You know how it is with the first episode, there's usually 1 or 2 queens that sort of fade into the background in the first episode. Not this bunch, everybody left an impression. So let's talk first impressions. I honestly wasn't expecting to like so many queens just off the first episode alone, but honey, these queens are likable. It's still so early. Opinions will change, true colors will come through. We're gonna fall in and out of love with some of these contestants, but yeah, this is just what I felt after the first episode. First up was Lawrence Chaney. First reaction, hysterical. Talk about saving the best for first. The first Scottish queen to ever enter the workroom, and oh my god, did I fall in love with her. There's something about queens who are very self-deprecating, always taking the piss out themselves, which I just find so charming. She's the self-proclaimed Susan Boyle of drag. She referred to herself as the Loch Ness Monster, as in a legend. And she also coined my new favorite word ever, Scottishlessness. Like I said, Lawrence Chaney I thought was so funny. Everything that came out of his mouth was making me laugh, apart from that lovely bit where he said he didn't feel as confident as a boy when he took off all of his makeup and stuff. First episode in, and he's already allowing himself to be vulnerable, just like, I love you, you Scottish queen. Next up we have Cherry Valentine, the darling from Darlington, with the most priceless and infamous walk into the workroom of the season when she knocked her headpiece off. I love that she had to do a double take, that was just wicked. She had me at Freddie Mercury breaking free on that runway. That look was inspired and iconic. And as a boy, I thought he kind of resembled a British Jan. Anybody else get that vibe? Next up we have Tia Kofi, the only queen in the cast of this season who I knew before they announced the cast. I've seen her do a few shows in London, and she really is such a lovely person. I'm so glad she's here. I will say I think that she was very lucky to be safe this week, because there was definitely a lot of creative license with her interpretation of Alan Turing. But I will say that her Robin Hood look for the Nottingham look where she's from, she slayed that. That was probably what saved her. I also love the fact that she brought the fact that she lives in Clapham, which is where all the gays in London live. She is gonna have a big fan base. Next show we've got a queen, I'm not sure I'm gonna pronounce the name correctly. Bimini Bon-Boulash? Did I get that right? She is an East London queen. I am an East London boy. We are neighbours. She's the self-proclaimed bendiest queen in East London, and boy did she prove it in the lip-sync for your life. She seemed a little bit rough around the edges when it came to her looks, but as far as personality goes, I quite liked her. Next up we have Ginny Lemon, and I thought, is this Canada's Drag Race's Lemon's great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother? Sorry, I'm such a shady bitch. She's not that old. She's one of those adorable, campy queens. I got a feeling she's gonna provide a lot of the fun and laughter for this season. Next up we have Ellie Diamond. This was a queen that I didn't think too much of at first, but I was gagging when she came out in that Dennis the Menace latex look. Wow. She's only like 21, but you know, that girl paid attention in art class because she can paint her face. She's from Dundee, and she was also in the top 3 this week, so the Scottish queens are representing this year. I mean, they didn't represent at all last year, but they are coming for season 2. Next up we have Sister Sister. Move over the Vivian, there's a new Scouse queen on the block, and she's kooky. I love the Titanic reference. It doesn't look any bigger than the Mauritania. That's the key to my heart, pop culture and movie references. I definitely want to see more of her. It doesn't really feel like we've gotten to see the real sister just yet. Next we have Tayce, not Tayce, like I've been saying for the last 2 months since they announced the cast. First impressions of Tayce. Poppity ping indeed, he is hot. Really, really cool. That girl is fierce. Yep, I've definitely got my love goggles on with this season, but first impressions of Tayce, I like Tayce. Give me more Tayce. I want a taste. Next up we have Jo Black, the cabaret queen from Brighton, who is sadly gone from us way too soon. God, I have never been more upset with the queen that has gone home first than Jo Black. I just found him really peculiar, but in a enigmatic and weird and wonderful way. And he's gone too soon. I think he would have brought such an interesting dynamic to the group, and we're just not gonna get to see that. Give me more Jo Black. Next up we have Veronica Green, the Lancashire queen. Just to put it in context, I grew up in Leeds. She's from Lancashire, which is still the north, not too far, I think Manchester, so I might have a little bit of bias for this queen, but first impressions seemed a little bit shy, but also another self-deprecating queen? Self-deprecating queen. There we go. Getting a little late, so my brain's starting to power down and words are becoming hard to say. My first impressions of her that she's very dorky and sweet. So yeah, I connected with her really quickly. And also I thought her entrance look, she kind of looked a bit like a hybrid of Courtney Act and Milk, which is, yeah, the love child of 2 seasons, 6 queens. Yep, my brain goes to some fun places. Yes, I'm very excited to see more of Veronica Green. Next up, we have another East London queen, one that I had to follow on Instagram immediately after the episode ended, and that was Asttina Mandella. Woo, that girl's got talent coming out the wazoo. She was giving us face, and body. She just exudes confidence, but I hope that confidence doesn't, turn into cockiness or arrogance, because that can be quite ugly. She's so beautiful. I don't want her to be ugly on the inside. But she could execute a look. Her Naomi Campbell look was sickening. The moment she walked down that runway, she just embodied that fierce Naomi Campbell swagger. Oh, she just sold it. I laughed so hard at Graham Norton when he made that quip about what was under Asttina Mandella's Naomi Campbell black dress, and he just went, a penis. It was very Eurovision. The second look, the East London look, where with the Banji ASOS jacket that other queens were reading into Phil, I don't give a shit. She deserved it. She looks like the girls that do the TikTok videos outside of my flat on the road where I live. Yeah, seriously, she nailed that look, and I knew that look, and I want that jacket. If anybody has a link directly to that jacket, put it in the comment section below. I will love you forever. And last but not least, the 12th and final queen to enter the workroom was Ahura. I'm saying that right? Ahura. She knows the brand. I really loved her Dorothy look, as well as the Vivienne Westwood look that she brought to the runway, but when it comes to the Robin Hood looks for the Nottingham girls, her and Tia Kofi's was a better concept and better executed. I will say I did get a little bit of an abrasive, arrogant vibe to her, particularly in her confessionals. Who knows, maybe she's just a little bit overly confident in the first episode, but there was something about her where I felt like, if there's gonna be a drama queen this season, I bet it's gonna be you. Is she the shit stirrer? Guess we'll find out. So yeah, I'm very happy with the cast this season. It's quite an eclectic mix. They all bring a lot of distinct flavors to the group. I'm excited. First episode of season 2 followed a very similar format to the first episode of season 1, where we had a photo shoot mini challenge and then 2 runway looks, one of which was a gay icon to commemorate the 50 years of the gay liberation movement in the UK, and then the second look was what was it? The hometown look. As far as first episodes of Drag Race go, this was a great one. I was supremely entertained all the way through. I was laughing a lot, both at the contestants and the judges. The judges were all so happy to be there. There was really great banter between Ru and Michelle and Graham Norton, and they all had their moments. Even Elizabeth Hurley was cracking jokes, self-referential jokes as well. Like, what was the line where she made the Austin Powers reference, just like, do I make you horny, baby? And I'm like, yes, way to be a team player, way to take the piss out of yourself. It's just, I think that's the je ne sais quoi of why I love Drag Race UK more so than Drag Race America, because it's the self-deprecating, silly, dry British humor that, the contestants and the guest judges bring to the format. And I have to say, for the first week, with the first challenge and everyone having to present 2 runway looks, everybody delivered. There were no disasters. Like, there were some looks which I didn't like as much as others, but I had a hard time trying to decide who was going to be in the bottom 3. Like, they were really just nitpicking over things as to who was in the bottom, because I didn't really want anyone to be in the bottom 2. I wanted them all to stay a little bit longer so I get to know them better. The top 3 were Asttina Mandella, Chaney, and Ellie Diamond, and the bottom 3 were Sister, Bimini Bon-Boulash, and Joe Black. Did I agree with the judges' critiques this week? I would say for the most I did. I think the top 3 was pretty spot on. I loved all 3 of the top 3 queens. As for the bottom 3, it was, I mean, I did agree to an extent, but again, it just felt like they were looking for, you know, really small things to, you know, call the queens out on. I mean, yeah, I didn't really get David Bowie from Joe Black's first outfit, and yeah, there might have been a bit of tape on Bimini Bon-Boulash. Am I saying that right? God, they're just such minor things. I mean, you could have called Tia Coffee out for her interpretation of Alan Turing. In what world is a jacket covered in ones and zeros immediately think Alan Turing? It's all open to interpretation. Sometimes you just don't know what they're gonna like and dislike, or if they're just wanting to keep a queen around a bit longer. As for the lip sync, that was awesome. We had, what was the song? It was Relax by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. That song, God, it just reminds me of XXL. Any London gays watching this video will know what I mean by that. But they both really brought it for that first lip sync, and I was sort of flipping and flopping as to who I thought was gonna win it. At first I thought it was gonna be Joe Black because of his weird, funny facial expressions. Then I saw Bimini Bon-Boulash doing all those leg bendy things in the air. I was just like, okay, yeah, she's got it. I thought maybe Joe Black might pull it back when she started sinking into her gold dress, but it didn't really go anywhere. I was just waiting for something to happen, but it just didn't really go anywhere. After lip sync was over, I did think that the right person won the lip sync, Bimini Bon-Boulash. Am I saying it right? I don't know. But it doesn't mean I wanted Joe Black to go home. I actually wanted to see more from him. What do you guys think? Did the right queen win the lip sync? Are you disappointed that Joe Black went home early? Whatever you think, let me know in the comment section down below. But all in all, guys, it was a great first episode of Drag Race. I laughed hard. I liked pretty much all the queens. I can't wait to see more of them. And they're doing the singing challenge next week. We'll definitely get to see the entertainers come out and, you know, steal the spotlight next week. But as always, guys, it's just one bloke's opinion. I want to hear from you. What did you guys think of the first episode of Drag Race UK Season 2? Who are your favourite queens? Who do you think is going to get far in the competition? Whatever you have to say about it, please let me know in that comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you want more movie and TV and Oscars related content, don't forget to click subscribe. And for more things related to movies, TV and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Airfield, and I'll see you next time.